Hi guys. All right, welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. Thank you for attending. You know what? I am actually starting something new. I'm doing a Facebook page that is kind of, somebody wants to um, learn a little bit more. I'm separating out the nonprofit and the for-profit funding websites or groups, but I will be placing the link to the nonprofit one here today. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about 30 things that you can do with a 501c3 tax exempt um, certification. One of the things that a lot of times people are saying, you have a heart, you want to help the community. You probably are spending your own money to, give bikes and backpacks and things like that, food to the hungry. And there's other things. Or you might be doing training to potential employees that could get a job, but you're doing it for free, or you're doing it out of your pocket. You're just doing it from your heart. And I kind of wanted to just talk about that and tell you, if you are doing that, you may be interested in getting yourself a 501c3 tax exempt designation. The reason, so today is day one. I'm going to do 30 things that you can do with a 501c3. And the things that you can do with the 501c3 is going to be evolving around money, like things that you can get with your money with your 501c3, so that you can actually help people and not be always strapped for some cash to do what your heart is telling you have to do. I'm actually going to start sharing my screen here. All right, so first thing is I'm actually going to show you guys um, you know, this is one of my friends. She has a 501c3 called Young Entrepreneur Squad. If you would like to donate to Young Entrepreneur Squad, please contact Mary Evans. You can reach her on the SOS show. So that's the SOS show. But she has a nonprofit called the Young Entrepreneur Squad. We actually got her this determination. And what this says is this organization is eligible to receive tax deductible charitable contributions. Users may rely on this list in determining the deductibility of their contributions. Now, you would go to the IRS website. You would go to a location called EIN checker, or no, I'm sorry, exempt checker, and then you would put in the nonprofit that you're looking to donate to, and then you would be able to check to see if they're eligible. Now, this organization is eligible. Some organizations, are not, or some organizations are not even in the database. So this says that her deductibility limitation is 50% or 60% for cash contributions. In general, an individual who itemizes deductions may deduct contributions to most charitable organizations up to 50%, 60% for cash contributions, or his or her adjusted gross income computed without regard to net operating loss or carrybacks. Individuals generally may deduct charitable contributions to other organizations up to 30%. So basically, in this case, you guys, if you were giving Mary some cash, you can go ahead and deduct up to 60%. So now, what can you do with a charitable tax exempt designation? So I have downloaded her exemption letter, and it says, "Dear applicant, we're pleased to tell you you were determined from exempt from federal income tax under the Internal Revenue Code. Donors can deduct contributions they make to you under the IRC Section 17. You're also qualified to receive tax deductible bequests, devises, transfers, or gifts under these sections. This letter can help you resolve questions of your exempt status. So, guys, have you ever been to a store and you didn't and they ask you if you were a nonprofit for your tax exemption letter? That would be this, because guess what? Nonprofits don't pay sales tax either. But what are some of the things that nonprofits, what type of taxes do nonprofits not pay? So I went to actually the property tax exemptions, and in the property tax exemptions, we have some tax exemptions here. I'm actually going to read the charitable nonprofit housing exemption. This is for Michigan. The charitable nonprofit housing property exemption was created to exempt a certain residential property owned by a charitable nonprofit housing organization from property taxes for a maximum period of 5 years if the property is intended for ultimate occupancy by low-income persons as a principal residence. So, guys, what that means is not some nonprofits don't pay property taxes. So that big property tax bill that you would get, you don't have to pay it, because guess what? You could be exempt from property taxes. Let me see if we got any. So I'm actually going to post my Facebook group in the notes here. So if you guys want to join the Facebook group and you want more deep knowledge about all of these things, you can join that group. I'm also going to show you guys the community partnership application, and this is for the Detroit Land Bank. The Detroit Land Bank has a community partnership application. Who gets to apply for this community partnership application? A nonprofit faith-based organization or a nonprofit community development organization. Those are the only two types of organizations that can apply for this. What is required to upload here is your IRS tax exemption letter. So this thing that Mary has, she can upload that, and then she could, possibly apply to be a community partner. Where will this take place? They have some specific areas that they want to take place here. Okay. And then they want to see what you're going to be doing. What type of project are you interested in? Are you going to be doing some lot beautification, agriculture, parking, rehabilitation, residential construction, commercial construction, or demolition? How many parcels does your project consist of? Describe the available funds of this project. We'll get into this later, because nonprofits can actually apply for grants to fix up properties. That's another thing you could do with a 501c3 tax exemption. But you got to put your bylaws in there, your board resolutions, and terms and conditions. They're going to approve you. It's at their discretion. Some of the major things is your properties will be addressed at a first come first served basis. Your a holding company means reserve property, and they pretty much want you to have it in the name of the nonprofit. All community partner projects that propose a large acquisition of 12 properties or more must be approved. So if you're applying for less than 10 properties, you'll be able to not have to get that. But of course, if you need a little bit larger, you can, you got to show them your plan, and then they'll start giving you some properties, possibly, to fix up. Now you have a certain amount of time that you will, be able to do what you say. So if you say you were going to do something, you got to get it done within a allotted period of time. But you're able to apply for that that community partnership program if you are a 501c3 or a faith-based organization, and you have to upload your tax exempt letter. So to recap, day one of 30 things that you can do with a 501c3 tax exempt status. First things first, you can kind of go ahead and deduct. People can give you money and they can deduct up to 60% for cash. You're also required to receive tax deductible bequests, devises, transfers, or gifts. Um, you don't have to pay any sales tax, which we'll go into later. You could possibly even get a property tax exemption. And then, of course, you could even get some properties. I've heard of people getting properties for $1 from the land bank. All right, guys. If you liked this post here, I want you to like kind of say it. I want to know what you like, what things you would like me to go over. If there's any applications that you would like to go over, I'm actually posting the Facebook group again here. So go to the Facebook group, get in there, and join. And thank you for joining me this morning for